feelings we all are having, the predominant characteristic that keeps popping into my mind is his loud, unique, and friendly laugh. We won't forget it. It made all around him feel at ease, unless you were seated in the booth next to him at a restaurant. In which case, then it would have startled you. Rather than stand here and tell you one of the many stories all of us have had with Mike, I thought maybe I would just give you a word or a phrase that would stimulate the stories and joyous memories we have all had over the many years of working and being friends with Mike. So in no particular order, ice cream, dessert, Bailey's on the rocks, riding his motorcycle, running out of gas on I-84, swinging steaks for dinner, sitting in his hospital bed after his motorcycle accident, dreaming about riding his motorcycle. True story that Mike told me. Milkshakes, the 5 languages of love, running over Margot on a snowmobile, baseball games. Mike, you made me laugh, you made me cry, you made me compete, and you taught me the agony of defeat and the joy of victory with an all or nothing bid. But most of all, you were a great friend with much integrity. Common theme here today, huh? My words seem to fall short of describing what you were to all of us. Thank you, Michael Wayne Crumbaker, for being a part of my life. Margot, Melissa, and Matt, Jeff and Missy, and all of the grandchildren, thanks for sharing a little of your Mike with all of us. We love you.
Thank you, Brett, for those amazing words. Matt, would you make your way up here to share with us?
They don't fit like they used to. Was it just me, or did Mike look rather natural in that makeup picture? He's laughing at that right now. I said that was for Mike. Okay. So, Margot, Jeff, and Melissa, you have an expectation of me coming up here, so I'm going to meet that expectation. I think you all probably have an idea of where that's going, but we moved into a neighborhood in Vancouver, Washington in 1998. And for a couple of years, we had these fantastic neighbors. They were wonderful, well-educated, not from America, and they were a lot of fun. And then they moved, they sold the house, and of course, you go from that euphoria to that concern of who's going to move in next door. And my fears were made real. No, it was such a blessing for Mike and Margot and those 2 beautiful children to move in next door to us. And who knew that our son and their son would become best friends, that our daughters and their daughter would become best friends. I wish I could say that about Mike and Margot and Matt and Paula, but they have so many best friends that we were just so grateful to be in that full of love, and I have to tell you, I'm standing up here filled with that, and I'm going to continue with that, and that's the only way I can stand up here right now, because I love Mike Crumbaker. I love him like a brother. He is one of the greatest men that I have ever known. He may be the greatest man that I've ever personally known. And I have said this about very few people in this life. I trust Mike Crumbaker with my life, my wife, my children, and my money. And that's true. That's from the heart. That wasn't supposed to be funny, by the way. I can't help myself sometimes. So let me share with you, Mike and Margot move in, and the very next day I see him, I go over and I say hello, we shake hands and introduce. And I think, what a neat guy, A couple of days later, an email to the entire neighborhood. Hey everyone, we're having a big party this weekend. There's going to be a lot of cars and things, so just be aware. And without hesitation, I sent him an email back and I said, man, that is fantastic. Paula and I will be there. Thank you so much. So you understand perfectly. I wasn't invited, and I watched it. But I always wondered how much Mike and Margot squirmed from that, knowing Matt and Paula, these people next door, were going to show up, and we've got all these family and friends, and here's these neighbors showing up. But I don't know how he finally told me. It's just like a family thing. But it was really great to make him squirm a little bit. But you notice right away this laughter. You can't help but still hear it today. I will always remember Mike's laugh. It was unique. It was sincere. It was full, and it was fun. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just one of those laughs. I don't have that laugh. I don't think anybody in here does, but it was magical. And so we created this character, and I'm going to share a couple of things with you real quick. And pardon me, political correctness is out the door, okay? It doesn't exist. This is all, with all due respect to any nationality or whatever. I came up with this voice of a man that raised camels, okay? And I would call Mike and I would talk to him from that voice. So I'm just going to do it for you, okay? Hopefully it's not too loud. Hello, I am calling to tell you that your camel is in my backyard again and he has defiled my dog. Without hesitation, Mike would go, my friend, that is not my camel, that is the other neighbor's camel, and this would go on. And this went on for years, did it not? Okay, so we had another neighbor named Kathy who had 4 cats, and she was a nice lady, and the cats were always in her yard. Well, we had a cat, and our cat was always leaving our yard, going over to see Kathy's cats because there were 4. I mean, it made perfect sense. If I were a cat, I would have been at Kathy's house. And Mike, on one occasion, leaves a voicemail. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's when people would leave a message on a phone. And I don't know if we do that anymore. Texting is so dominant now. But I come home after a long day, and I'm listening to the messages, and here's this voice. And I laughed harder at this moment than I ever did at any other time. I hope I didn't just ruin that by setting the bar too high. But here's this voice. Hello, I am calling you because your camel has gotten into my garden and, oh my eye, it just spit on me. And he's talking like this. And then he in the same character said, and our other neighbor, Kathy, is not happy either. Hi, man, this is Kathy. You really need to curtail the activity of your camel. And this, Mike just made that up. So he took our thing and he made it just a little bit better. There was a lot of that. I'm going to finish with this. We were in New York after 9/11. It was April of 2002. We were there for the choir, the young women's choir of Evergreen High School, and they were blessed. They were so good. And their leader was so good, Mr. Iverson. Everything about it, all the parents. I mean, we had a love fest with the whole group. And it was record heat for 3 days. We had three of our students go down from heat, exhaustion, or dehydration. And it was pretty bad. And we were up at 6 a.m. and in bed by midnight, and record heat, and we're not used to that humidity because we're from Washington and we're in New York. And it was just a wonderful experience, and I won't break the story. I'll stick to the script here. The final day of the competition in this massive church, I don't remember the name of the church. Riverside. I remember the name of the church now. It was Riverside. He would have liked that. The acoustics in this church, it was just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And while our combined choir and our young men's choir were fantastic, our young women's choir was a gift from God. And I'm looking at some of you now who were in that choir. I can't find Kelsey right now, but I know she's here somewhere. She was in that, and there might have been others too. It was the great